Yeah. Black man Unfiltered network. We ain't here to play nice. We here to flip everything they told you was normal. Hey. Yeah. Yeah. Hey. We flipping tables. Yeah. We breaking labels. Facts. No more silence, no more favors. Truth hit hard, can't save it. Yeah. We flipping tables. This that real, no cable. Hey. If it's fake, we unplug it. Welcome to the table. Yeah. I came in the room, they was comfortable, quiet. Smiling in your face, but behind it is riot. They told me be calm, but I'm built for the storm. When the truth in the building, you better transform. They don't like a man when he speak with direction. They love you when broken, confused, and correction. But I'm on a mission, I'm changing perception. No filter, no fear, just raw intersection. System designed just to keep you disabled. Mentally trapped, spiritually labeled. I'm cutting the cords, the lies getting fatal. If it ain't the truth, I'm flipping in the table. We flipping tables. Yeah, we breaking labels. Facts. No more silence, no more favors. Truth hit hard, can't save you. Yeah, we flipping tables. They said don't question, I said watch me. Too many men out here living sloppy. No guidance, no code, no structure, no lead. Now we wonder why families bleed. This ain't hate, this accountability. Look in the mirror with this vulnerability. Masking and frame with responsibility. That's what they fear, that's stability. I'm calling it out, no sugar, no glaze. We breaking these cycles, we shifting in the phase. Legacy built, not lost in the maze. We done being silent, we enter a rage.
This ain't just a podcast. It's a movement, it's a reset. If it's built on lies, it gotta fall.
We flipping tables, no fear, no fables. Black men rise, we stable. Now we changing the label. We flipping tables. Truth is non-negotiable. Black man unfiltered. This the voice they ain't controlling. Flipping Tables podcast. Black man Unfiltered network. If it don't make you uncomfortable, it ain't real.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. We got another one for y'all tonight. We got another good one for y'all tonight. Y'all see the title. Megan plays victim, but men see the pattern. All right. Now, I know a lot of people out there going to be upset and going to be mad in their feelings. Now, I want to say from the bottom of my heart, before the show starts, I don't give a fuck. We're going to have this conversation tonight. And if you're mad, you can get glad real quick. And you can also hit the link. You can hit the link and come up here and express how you feel. I don't care who you is, male, female, whatever you want to do. You know, whatever you want to be. Come up here, have a conversation. I'm here all night. I'm ready. Let's get it. I do want to say this, though, before you come in. Hit the like button if you're watching right now. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. I'll be forever grateful for that. Also, if you want to give to the channel, you see the super chat down at the bottom. And if you don't have the super chat or can't get into that, don't have the ability to do that, then there's also the Cash App scrolling at the bottom of the screen as well. All right. I appreciate anything that you give to the channel. It'd be great if you want to buy me a really nice cup of lemonade. I would definitely be appreciative of that. No matter what you give, it is appreciated. All right. Let's see here. Okay. Now, I want to get started. Y'all know what happened. Y'all know what happened. I said this, and I tried to find it today. I did a show about a few months ago when I said this would not last. I said it. I said this relationship between Clay and Hot Girl Summer would not last. And damn it, I was right. I was right. And I'm sometimes always right about the things that I think are things that happen or things that I know that's going to happen. You can look and tell. I said this, I saw them together. The first image I saw of them, they were in a golf cart. They were golfing. And I said to myself, I said, yeah, this ain't real. And if it is, it ain't going to last. I don't know how somebody can I don't know how somebody could live their life projecting whorism, right? Projecting whorism and then expect somebody to treat them like they're a decent woman, like they're a woman of value. You project yourself like a whore, but you want somebody to treat you like a queen. I don't understand how. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't understand it. I'm gonna play a clip, a whole bunch of them today, as we continue on throughout the show, because I just want y'all to hear how the defense mechanism for this woman is it's diabolical. How many people are saying Clay ain't shit, Clay ain't this, and they tell me he's a cheater, he's a cheater. I was listening to DJ Hemp show the other day, and shout out to DJ Hemp. I was listening to DJ Hemp the other day, and I was listening to his podcast, and they were saying the same thing. Wait a minute, if all of you women out here know that Clay was a hoe, how the hell did Megan not know? Because some of you, if we being honest, some of you females right now who were saying that Clay ain't shit, oh, he's a pointy old bastard, oh, I done heard everything, oh, he ain't this, y'all were the main ones posting this couple 6 months ago talking about relationship goals. So somebody got to tell me something. Somebody got to tell me something. So Megan was how, let me tell you how men look at things, especially a man of Klay Thompson's stature. He looked at Megan and said, you know what? She fine as hell. I want to hit that. And so he did what he took to hit it, and he kept hitting it over and over again. And then he was like, okay, I'm tired of it now. I can't be monogamous. I'm definitely going to talk to other women. And so now, well, he can't even be monogamous. He playing house. He's not playing house. He did what it took. He made a few investments into get between your legs. And then when he got between your legs and he got tired of it, that's the thing. I don't care how fine a woman is. If a man does not love you and the first thing that you give him is your coochie, then that man's going to take what you give him and then he's going to dog you out. He's going to leave you. He's going to beat your ass. He's going to abuse you. He's going to find a way to get you out of his life. That's for damn sure. That's two things for certain. One, goddamn for sure. All right. But it's been a lot. And a lot of people have been really on the gravy train of Megan, the victimhood stallion. They love her. Oh my God. The women are online. Oh my God. Even my sister. Oh, they online. They love her. Oh, she can't do no wrong. Oh, she can't do no wrong. She's just so amazing. And why would a man hurt a woman who does all the things that she can do? Come on. Hey, listen, stop it. Okay. All right. We got a super chat early, man. Let me go ahead and get this out the way. Hold on. Let's see. My boy Curtis Moore, man, always a supporter of this channel, man. Curtis Moore, 1991. Thank you so much for being here, my brother. He said, what's up, BMU? I still find it hard to believe that there are people out here that really thought that Clay was going to take her seriously. It blows my mind. Absolutely 100% correct. I agree with you 1000%. How could you be taken serious? How? How? And the thing is, this right here, let me show y'all something. I'm gonna mute it, because you know how it is. You can't play too much on this thing because they want to strike the shit at you. But this is a woman that you want to marry. This the woman you gonna marry, huh? Is this it? Is this a wife? Y'all, is this a wife? Or somebody you want to hit? Is this a wife or somebody you want to hit? Somebody talk to me. What is this? Is this a wife? Somebody put it in the chat. Is this a wife or is it somebody you just want to hit and move on? This is not a wife. If you have sex with this woman, there's no way you could put a ring on this. And this is what she's doing when she's making music. This is what she's doing. Look, y'all look at she tongue kissing a girl. Look at this. Throwing that ass. Look at it. Are y'all seeing? Is this a wife or not? Is this a wife? All that ass and titties everywhere, and she throwing it, and she got a body. Okay, we gotta give her a prize. She got a body, but she not no wife, and men know this. Men know that this ain't no wife. They know for a fact that this ain't no wife. You're not gonna wife this up. You're not. Look at this. You're not gonna wife that up. You're not gonna wife it up. I'm sorry. Look at it. Pat the pussy all you want to. I'm telling you, the WAP is done. The WAP is done. The WAP is over with. All this WAP and all this other shit is over. It's done with. It's done. Is this the woman? She probably did this position with Clay. She probably laid on the bed, opened that ass up just like that, and said, "Hey, come hit it just like this," as y'all seeing right now. That's what she probably told Clay. Clay probably hit that ass so many times. You just get tired of waking up. If she fine and she ain't got no substance, you're going to get tired of waking up to that every day. I'm telling you right now, you're going to get tired of waking up to a fine woman every day that used to be a hoe. It gets hard on you. And Clay probably said, damn, I done got everything out I wanted. And he's tired. So, y'all just look at that. Look at that. And then my thing is this. In 2026, I'm going to be the first man to tell y'all this. So come in close. I want to tell y'all something. Body count matters. Body count gets into the ego of a man. All right? It gets into the ego of a man and it tears a man down mentally, knowing that his woman has been dominated and has been fucked and dumped in over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You don't think Clay is thinking about all these niggas publicly that everybody know about? 10 niggas, 12 niggas, and a female she was dating some female too that come out and say she's dating her to 12, 13 niggas and a female. So she been carpet munching, and she was with girls at one point, and she with a bunch of niggas. And then every time Clay goes somewhere, somebody like, damn, nigga, that's wifey? That's the worst thing in the world for a man, to go somewhere and you want to put your woman up on a pedestal, but you know half the niggas had her head under the bed. Let me say it again for the people in the back. The worst thing in the world is trying to love a woman who has given herself away like food stamps and Salvation Army clothes. And then you have to come in and respect her and love her and show her affection and be there for her and be there for her emotionally and be there for her spiritually, and knowing that other people did things to her that she'll probably never let you do to her. Megan probably was bent over the bed, probably shitting on niggas, niggas probably busting in her mouth, on her forehead, slapping their dick across her mouth. You know what I'm saying? She probably got so many moralistic values. Oh, I can't do that anymore. Oh yeah. And Clay was like, oh, okay. Well, just bust that pussy up for me a few times, and she did. And Clay got up out of there. I'm gonna say what the hoes be saying. What the hoes be saying? I love that for you, Clay. I love that for you. I love that. You went in, you got something that didn't have no value, and now you're gonna move on to get something that's valuable. Clay, right now we sending out a prayer to Clay Thompson right now. Clay Thompson, we sending a prayer to you right now, and we praying for that you find somebody that's way better, that's going to be not known amongst the world, not a woman that's body count is low, is very low, and somebody that you can grow with. Because I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't find somebody that you can grow with, or somebody that got that high body count like that and got ass and titties and fine as hell, but everybody done dumped off up in her, what value does she have anyway? She don't have none. She's just a dumpster. A dumpster. And we all know, after all these shows we've had, we put the proof in the proof is in the pudding. Every man you sleep with attaches himself to you, not just spiritually, but it attaches himself to yourself. He attaches himself to you scientifically as well. Women are walking around here with so many men inside of them. They might as well be trans. So many niggas that dumped up in them, they might as well be trans. They might as well be. Right? Because we looking at Megan, she can smile and, my baby, right? But then she could go home with Clay and Blueface pop out of her. Hey, bitches, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's going to transform. He's inside of her. He's living inside of her. All the men that she fucked, and them just the ones we know about, them 12, 13 that we know about publicly. And I was listening to somebody, DJ Hemp, shout out to him again. DJ Hemp said, men do not look at that as if you had 15 boyfriends. They look at it like it's 15 niggas you fucked. So we definitely know publicly you have slept with 15 niggas. We know that. And like, shout out to DJ Hemp again, all those men, can you just imagine? I'm gonna tell you how a man mind works. For the women out there that's listening, they got high body count, listen to your boy. Let me tell you how the man mind works. Let me tell you how Clay Thompson mind was working. A man men could be very good. This is why men are greater directors of movies than women. Men get a visual of something, they can produce some things in their mind that will fuck their ego up, will fuck up their confidence as a man being with a woman who has fucked so many niggas. And the reason for that is because men will visualize. Take this. And if I'm wrong, anybody that's watching right now, put a 1 in the chat if I'm right. But wait till I finish. Isn't it that a man will sit and he will think for a little bit and he'll be like, Lord, I done found out this woman in 15, 16, 17, 20 niggas. And then he starts to think, she laying on that bed, all that body that I like, that coochie that I like to suck, niggas been busting in it. And I put my mouth on that thing. And so many niggas done bust in that thing and I'm sucking on it. God damn. Pause. So many niggas done dumped off up in this coochie and I'm down here licking on the same thing that all these men done dumped in. And then the man imagine looking over his shoulder and seeing all them niggas, 15, 16, 20, 30 niggas over his shoulder, like shaking their head like, yeah, it's your turn, player. Go ahead, it's your turn, player. And you can see all these black niggas standing in a line. Just imagine your girl is like a Ferris wheel at the fair. 15 people waiting to get on the ride. 15 people that already rode the ride. Now they trying to see how your experience is when you get on it. And another thing DJ Hemp said yesterday, I'm telling you, man, DJ Hemp had a great show yesterday. DJ Hemp said this. DJ Hemp said, it's not your girl, it's your turn when she had that many bodies. She don't belong to you. She belonged to them. She belongs to everybody that dumped off up in her. And that's not because Megan, you know, she's a lesbian too. She bisexual. That's not, and that's just saying listen, that's not just talking about men, women too. So not only are you threatened by the men that she has sex with, and she may want to come out of retirement one day and go fuck a lot of more niggas, or have an urge to go carpet munch again. You can't listen, man. Good men, you can't win. But this right here, this right here, it look good from a distance, don't it? Right? I'm in Dallas. On the way to I work in downtown Dallas. On the way to work in the morning, the skyline looks beautiful. Come on, the skyline looks beautiful when I'm driving to work in the morning. Oh my God, it's the lights, oh my God, the Dallas skyline, purple, green lights, and oh my, from a distance, oh my, from 13 miles out, from 10 miles out, 8 miles out, the closer you get, the more beautiful it looks. I'm trying to tell you something, fellas, listen to your boy. The skyline look really good in Dallas, especially in the morning when I'm headed to work and it's still dark and the lights are on. It's beautiful downtown Dallas. The closer you get, the more beautiful it is. But when you get into it, it stank. It's homeless people everywhere. People laying out on the ground, piss everywhere. People shitting on the ground. There's prostitutes. There's homeless people every fucking where. The streets look like you in a goddamn third world country. You can dog parks everywhere. Dead birds on the ground. It stank. It looks bad. It smells like piss. It ain't worth the time being there. It ain't worth being down in there unless you working. There's nothing good about being in downtown Dallas because it smells bad, it looks bad, it's dirty, it's filthy, it's funky. It's all those things combined. And that's how women are today. When women have a lot of bodies, like Megan, when you have a lot of bodies and you find like this from a distance, y'all, I want y'all to see this from a distance. That looks good. From a distance, it looks good. But what happens when look at that skyline right there, that ass? Don't it look good? But when you get in there and you find out all the trash that's in there, all the stinky dicks that's been in there, all the niggas that bust up in there, all the niggas that dogged her out and ran through her and abused her, made her do stuff she didn't want to do, and put her head in the pillow, put her under the bed, did all the things, busting on her stomach, busting on her face, busting on her ass, busting on her pussy. When you see that and you know that she done slept with all these men, downtown don't look too good no more. It don't look good no more. It ain't sexy like it was when you first saw the skyline. The skyline look real good. If you visit Dallas for the first time and it's the first nice city you'd have been in, and you get downtown, you like, God damn, I thought this was gonna be something. This ain't shit. And that's how these women is. When you first see them, they fine, they sexy, they look good, they smell good. You see them from a distance, and soon as you get with them, as soon as you go downtown, this is everywhere. Ain't nothing valuable. It's a hoarding ground for niggas. And I know what the feminists gonna say. I know what the feminists gonna say. I know what the women gonna say. what they're gonna say what the men can't say, correct? Because niggas are dog ass niggas regardless. But I know what they're gonna say. I was young. Megan, that's what she's gonna say when she get 50 years old and she's still not married. She's gonna write a book and say, I was young. And I know I went through a lot of men. I know it. I know it. I know it. I was young. Because guess what? That ass right there, y'all looking at it. That ass right there, it's gonna drop one day. That coochie that she fanning in the air, I bet that room smell like $4 summer sausage. Right now. I guarantee that room stink. But I promise you, when she get older and that coochie get gray hair on it and them titties ain't perked up like hers is right now, they are, and that booty ain't tight like it is right now, she gonna look back and she gonna be like, she gonna try to write a book and save herself. And she gonna, and the last, think about this too, guys, the last level a hoe go through is to become a Christian. Let me say it again. All the women who've been ran through, who got bodies after bodies after bodies after bodies after bodies after bodies, will always seek God after they seek penis their entire life. I'm telling you, y'all about to take my analogy. The skyline look good until you get down there. I see somebody in the chat saying New York City. I ain't never been there. I may go one day. It's been my bucket list for fucking 20 years. I may go there one day or I may not. However, I guarantee you it's the same thing in New York. Look at Manhattan Island. Oh my God, look at the Statue of Liberty. Oh my God, there's the new World Trade Center. Oh my God, look at the Brooklyn Bridge. Oh my God, look at Harlem. And when you get down there, it stank all the hell to be damned. It stank, it look bad, it's dead people laying everywhere. It stank people, hookers. There's dirt everywhere. The streets are terrible. But I will say this to you as well, though. Go to China. See, this is why men are going to other races. This is why men are going to other races. Well, I'm putting this shit together tonight. I know I'm cooking with good grease. You go over to China, ain't no dirt on the ground. Hey, you won't find a piece of gum on the ground in China, in Tokyo. Oh no, their streets are clear, clean, crisp. You won't find no dirt over there. That foreign land takes care of itself. It looks good. It does not have a perception to be great. But when you get in now, you see that skyline in Tokyo is amazing. But as soon as you get in Tokyo, you see that when you get in Tokyo, it's also clean and it's not manipulating you. And so that's why men, when you're seeing the NFL draft and the NBA draft, you're seeing so many Caucasian women and women of other colors being with these black men because they understand, if I get with a sister, the probability of her penis trauma is going to be through the roof. And listen, it may be 50 years from now, I may be dead before this happens. But guys, I promise you, Megan Thee Stallion will never be married. Nobody's going to wipe this woman up. I know it, and you know it. I know it, and you know it, that nobody is going to wipe this woman up. And we need to stop this. All the women out there that are having this woman's back, y'all need to stop it. Talking about she'll find somebody else, Cleo ugly, Cleo, but 6 months ago, it was relationship goals. It was relationship goals last. It was relationship goals last year. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What did Al Green say? Something's going wrong. Someone's on the phone. 3 o'clock in the morning. Mm-hmm. Listen, I'm gonna play this video because I think it's important that we see this. How people are defending this woman at all costs. I'm telling you, when I tell you it's diabolical, they defending this woman like I've never seen before. I'm gonna start with one of these sissies. R-Pain, you coming up? Come on up, R-Pain. That'd be nice. I'm going to play this video, and then I'm gonna put the link in the chat while the video's playing for you guys to come up and have this conversation, because I think this conversation needs to be had. It's ridiculous. But I'm gonna start with the sissy first. From his name is Gary. They say Gary with the T. It's Gary, baby. Okay, that's what they say on the show. It's Gary, baby. Yeah. So I'm gonna play it in a minute. Hold on. As soon as it gets through uploading. And anybody that got something they want to say to me, I'm definitely gonna put, like I said, I'm gonna put the link in the chat, and you can come up here and you can make your case, and I'll sit here and listen to you. I'm definitely gonna sit up here and listen to you. But I'm telling you now,
I don't want peace. I don't want peace. I want problems always.
That's it. I don't want peace. I want problems always, because I know when I tell the truth, you niggas are not going to accept the truth. You know why you won't accept the truth? Because so many of your, let me say it like this, so many of your bodies can relate to hers. So many of your bodies can relate to hers. And that's why you don't want to hear this truth. You don't want to hear it because you can relate. And a shout out to DJ Hamp again, because DJ Hamp said, no man can get past his woman being a body dumpster to men. They can't see past that. Klay Thompson can't see past Megan. He hit that ass, and then she started catching feelings. But he like, girl, I'm just here to do what everybody else did. What you talking about? In love. Girl, I'm going to put your name on everything that I'm going to do to get this ass. I'm going to put your name on my boat. I can have that scraped off tomorrow for 10 grand. I want to buy you a car. That's a tax write-off. Everything that Klay did, he did it because he wanted that ass. And when he got that ass, she wanted to catch feelings to I'm cooking for you. No, he wasn't there for that. He was there to get what you gave him, just like all other men. Regular nigga, 9-to-5 niggas will see a fine motherfucker and have sex with her. And then they'll find out, once they get past that skyline and get down up in there, they'll find out that it's nothing but trash. These hoes, these women out here that fuck so many men, they can't even donate their organs. Guts guts are gone. Niggas then ran up to them and slaughtered them out. And then they expect Mr. Goodman to come along after they done got slaughtered out. They expect Mr. Goodman to come, Mr. Klay Thompson, to come and put on his fucking cape. I'm gonna tell y'all something, men. If y'all listening right now, I told my son this. When I told my son this, I think I told Jacoby this probably last time I talked to my son. I told him, hey, son, these women, as you get older, you're gonna see. As you get older, you're gonna see. These hoes are out here down bad. I'm talking about starting when they preteens through the teens. Now in their 20s, they just busting that ass wide open. And then the 30s, they start to slow down. 35, slow down a little bit more. Now I want to settle down. I was listening to Shannon Sharp the other day. Shannon Sharp will make you throw up all over the floor. Shannon Sharp said, man, I ought to write a book about how many women I ran through and all the stuff I did to them and stuff they let me do to them. And he said, and they said, well, you ain't gonna put them, he said, I can't put the names in the book because some of these women been married for a long time. They got husbands and they grandparents now. They grandkids. They got grandkids. So I'm not gonna tell them. Can you imagine Shannon Sharp started throwing names around? Even the Freaknik documentary. Y'all remember that? These women say, hell no, we gonna sue his ass. We're gonna sue the people who trying to do this documentary. You know why? Because these women are prestigious women. Now they're lawyers, they're doctors, they're nurses, they have great lives, husbands, they're mothers of the church, they're in the church, they're in the choir, they're the secretary at the church, and they're dentists and all this other shit. And you know why they don't want that to get out? Because what they truly are was on them tapes. And they don't want their kids saying, Mama, that was you sucking them two dudes' dicks in the back of the Jeep, Mom? Oh my God, Mom, I can't understand. Everybody saw you, Mom. You were fucking sucking two dicks in the back of a Jeep, Mom. That's why. That's why. Can you imagine social media? Woo! Can you imagine they had Facebook, Instagram, and Meta and all this other shit when the Freaknik was going on? Oh my God, man. The suicide rate would go up 1,000%. It'd be motherfuckers jumping off buildings. Shannon Sharp says he still has the VHS tapes from the Freaknik in 93, 94, 95. And he said he'll never release them or sell them. He says just for his personal viewing. And some of your mamas and grandmamas was out there gawking for 3 or 4 days. I mean, I saw footage of a woman on the hood of a car surrounded by 30 niggas with their dicks out, and they were banging her down. And I guarantee you right now, she ain't told her husband that she was a hoe. She married. He don't know nothing about her past. And them, all 30 of them niggas ran through her. And now she on mama and her grandmama talking about baby this and baby that. You are a whore. You're definitely a whore. But ladies and gentlemen, I got Papa Bear in the house tonight. My brother from another mother, all the way from Jersey. Put your damn hands together for the one and the only R-Pain. What's going on, R-Pain? How you doing?
What's happening?
Now, R-Pain, where's the lie? Did I tell a lie? Have I lied any since you've been listening?
No, man. You was right on, man. You know, that's why I kind of waited for you to, go ahead and set the whole show up, man. You know,
Absolutely.
They need to hear you riff a little bit more, man.
It's crazy. I'm going to drop the link right now. But R-Pain, I'm going to let you get what are your thoughts about what I said about how men can create the movie in their head of how their woman was out there bad.
Well, who are you talking to? How many times have I gone through that scenario here, man? Don't get me started.
They don't want me and you to do it because when we do it, it make niggas sick. It make them doubt the woman they with.
I mean, it's just the whole scenario on the whole easy answer for why men are less likely to forgive their wife for cheating.
Right.
Because it's just their imagination to know what she was doing.
Ooh.
There's no way for her to come back and tell you, I just had a slip. And all you could think about is how that guy had her in all kinds of different ways. She's all sweaty and shit. And he's banging around. And she's like, God damn, man, I haven't fucked like this in ages.
Exactly.
And, and she's saying all kinds of sweet nothings to this motherfucker who ain't pay a dime. And then she gonna come back to you talking about what you want for dinner. Get the fuck out of here, man. You know what I'm saying? And the other point, there's a real point, and this is a serious point. I say this too, it's subtle. I don't believe that in general, we don't really go crazy that if we had a woman who had sex before, is if she makes us look less than around the men we respect. If I can't bring her into a room without everybody else knowing that she was banging out half the guys in there.
Man.
You lose whatever credibility you have. Man, the guys will smile at you. They'll shake your hand. But when you're gone, they'll say, man, I can't believe you wifed this bitch up, man.
Exactly. They're going to be like, hey, R-Pain.
And if you're looking for business deals, and you're looking for to try to be in the inner circle, they take that shit under consideration, what kind of woman you have.
Exactly.
You know, they really do, you know. So that's what the women they miss. You know, if you can't represent me the way I need you to, then I can't marry you. I could be your friend, I could bang you out, I could even give you gifts. But I'm not giving you my last name, and I'm not trusting you with my fortunes.
Exactly. And that's what I'm asking you about Clay. Clay, you think Clay really wanted to be with this woman and make her his wife?
You know what? Here's what I think. The one thing I think he did wrong was that he love bombed her. He was always a trick. He had the money, he had some, and he bought a car. He said he spent around $4 million on her.
Mm-hmm. Tax write-off.
You know, so here's my thing. I think he love bombed her because Megan never had a guy like him. Never. Yeah. And, you know, he did too much because when he started with her, you know, because she's not naive. She knows a guy like that has girlfriends. He'll be busting out somebody. So he should have told her from the jump, hey, listen, I'm not going to be monogamous. So get that shit out of your head right now. I'll treat you nice. We'll hang out. But if you start talking about monogamous shit and I cheated. And the other thing is, he should have told her, listen, going on social media about me is a no-no. It's a no-no. He should have done that from the beginning.
Exactly.
And then she might not have wanted to be with him, but that's okay. She's not the best. Like I said, at his level, the pretty women are a dime a dozen.
And that's the thing I'm trying to tell you, R-Pain. What's up, Trey? I'm going to call your name in a second. That's what I'm trying to tell you, R-Pain. No matter how, and this is all the women, listen real closely. I got 2 men on here that are going to tell you the truth too. No matter how fine you is, you better be grateful that you got a nigga and you with one. Because right around the corner, it's a bad bitch around that corner that's way better than you. I mean, listen, you could think you fine. You can look in the mirror, clap that ass all you want to. Megan Thee Stallion got a body, got them titties on her, got that ass on her. But I promise you, it's a girl in Florida or Atlanta right now who can walk past Clay and make him throw her ass in the trash can. I even remember Shaquille O'Neal was at Home Depot and saw that girl working at Home Depot, one of the finest women you'll ever see in your goddamn life working at Home Depot. So all you could think you fine all you want to. My baby, my man, all you want to. When you a hoe and you been out there bad and it's a woman out there that's got lesser bodies, you talking about you got 25 bodies and this woman talking about she got 2. You think and she look good and smell good and work at this is why these McDonald's hoes getting married and these corporate women not. Because most of these corporate women who in corporate business in corporate America are hoes. Trey, welcome to the show, my brother. How you doing tonight, man? Good to see you, man.
Look, I forgot who said it. I want to say it was Cameron. I'm not sure if it was Cameron or not, but to me he put it the best way. A lot of these women don't understand that athletes and entertainers date in seasons. They don't really date the way us normie people date. They date in seasons. And so I think anybody who had half a brain knew this was never going to work, right? I mean, anybody who had even just half a brain knew that Meg Thee Stallion is not what we would consider typical wifey material, right? Now, I will tell you this, and you can mark my words, she will get married. It will happen because that's just the nature of the beast. There's always one guy willing to do what the other guys don't want to do. There is an adult actress by the name of Riley Reid, just had a baby, and she has a husband. Okay, so this idea that these women will never find a man, that's just not true. But I want to draw your attention to the women that Clay dated before Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
We're not talking though, and I've always said, I think Bow Wow has the greatest roster of women I've ever seen.
Yeah, Bow Wow.
If you go and look at the women that Bow Wow has ever dated or dealt with, it is a who's who, and he had them long before they became whoever they were. Right? We're talking about Erica Mena. I mean, just a long list of women before they became who they were. Well, Clay ain't no slacker either. If you go look at the women that he's dated beforehand, These are incredibly attractive women and successful in their own right. So this idea that the chick that was up on the stage bumping coochies with Cardi B was going to make it the way, well, that's just not logical, and that just doesn't make any sense. That's just silly to even think that. No, he saw what most of us men saw. From the neck down, Megan Thee Stallion she nice. We're not going to sit here and act like it's not what it is.
Right.
That's 5'10", full of nice, pretty brown ass, and who don't want that? Who wouldn't want that? So I don't blame Clay for that. I think he's dealt with prettier women in his past. I don't see what other people see in Meg's face. To me, she's not attractive. But from the neck down, she's highly attractive.
Oh yeah.
But where I have a little bit of an issue is that Black women have now turned this into a competition.
Come on.
They couldn't just say, hey, look, it was a relationship, it didn't work out. As most relationships with 20 and 30-year-olds don't work out. Now this is somehow turned into, well, she made him famous. How do we get here? How do we get here? Nobody knew who Clay was. That's incorrect.
Yeah.
The NBA has a fan base of over 1 billion people. He signed one of the largest deals internationally in China. He is well known, not to mention he's a 4-time NBA champion and all-star. Oh, and by the way, he holds the record for the most points in a quarter. He's not a nobody. His daddy wasn't a nobody. His daddy is a professional athlete. So this idea that now the relationship didn't work out for whatever reason, I don't believe a word that comes out of Meg's mouth. So this idea that he cheated and we just went with that, I don't know why we would ever listen to a same woman who sat up on the show across from Gail and told us that she lied. She told us straight to her faces, I lied. So why are we all of a sudden so quick to believe her when we know for a fact that she will lie on a man? And not only that, make sure that he gets incarcerated behind it.
Yep.
So look, I don't get it. It was to me, it was a seasonal thing. Clay had fun with it. I don't know why she was so deep into it. But what I also realized is that women now want to make this like an emotional thing. Well, she ain't got no mama, and she ain't got no daddy, and then grandmama died. And this was the only family she had, all of it. I mean, I was like, oh my God. No, it was booty. It was booty. And still, and I'll finish here. Still in 2026, R-Pain and BMU, in 2026, you could still love bomb a 5'10" stallion with an ass as fat as the Grand Canyon. You can still love them. They're the smartest, they're the strongest, and they're the most independent, but yet I can still pull one over on you. Yes. Still, to this day, right. I can make you believe something that you and I both know is never going to happen.
Yep.
Okay.
Now I'm gonna play this, and I want y'all to go through this with me. This is what we're hearing. I'm playing these things because I'm telling you what the world is saying. This is a clip from the Smiley Morning Show. And this is his homeboy on the show, Gary. And Gary is the one that gets on here and talks about all the tea. So you already know what he is.
Oh, my God.
And I want y'all to hear what he's saying and how people are following him, his influence on the culture, on how women feel. He's speaking for women because he want to be one. Here we go.
Heard if you're living under a rock, honey, it's being reported out there.
The tea. It's Gary, baby.
All right, Rick's Smiley Morning Show. Gary has the tea and the color of the day. Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Monday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Ricky, I cried the whole weekend when I got this very sad story, y'all. I don't know if y'all heard, if you're living under a rock, honey, it's being reported out that Megan Thee Stallion and her wonderful boyfriend, Mr. Clay Thompson, are over. They're saying it is splits time. Now, Megan Thee Stallion and Dallas Mavericks star Clay Thompson, y'all have called it quits after nearly a beautiful long year of dating. Now, they say while the couple seemed like a match made in heaven, just 2 months ago, Megan took to her Instagram story, honey, to let the world know, y'all, that Clay's nice guy image was a front. And we knew that. Now, they say, honey, Megan didn't hold back on airing out Clay's dirty laundry in a series of posts that had the internet, y'all, in a literal chokehold. And they said now, she said, they talked about the playing house game, because, you know, she was playing house. Now, the allegation was, they said Megan accused Clay, y'all, of being a fraud, writing, cheating, had her around, honey, his whole damn family playing house and got cold feet. Now they said the mood swings that he was going through. She revealed y'all that she'd been holding that doggone man down through horrible mood swings, honey, during the 25-26 NBA season. Only y'all for Clay to allegedly tell her that he wasn't sure if he could be monogamous. Now they said to sign off, honey. They said in true Megan fashion, she ended the round with, "Bitch, I need a real break after this one." She told everybody bye. Now they say while Megan, honey, didn't call names, honey, social media's already doing the detective work. Now rumors are swirling out that Clay was caught, honey, sliding into the DMs of Seattle Storm star. This is alleged Lexi Brown. Now they say fans noticed y'all that Clay recently
Brown daughter.
I don't know, but honey, they say fans noticed y'all that Clay recently started following the WNBA player, and insiders claim that Megan, honey, found digital receipts, honey, that were the final nail in the coffin. And Ricky, that's sad, honey. I mean, I told y'all that, honey, she wasn't gonna stay with him long, because all these men don't do nothing but sit there and lie. And before I go to my next part, celebrities and fans are speaking out about this relationship, Ricky, and here's what one had to say.
Klay Thompson, I'm very disappointed in you. Very disappointed. I mean, Meg is a queen. She's hot. She's beautiful. Got her life together. Successful. And I'm sure she's good. Like, what more do you want? What in the light-skinnedness is going on with you? Why don't you be more like the other light-skinned brother, Steph Curry? He's nice, faithful man. Meg been through enough. Forget this girl been shot at, but she moving on in life, and she finally felt like she found her a good man, and she found this.
That's Michael Blackson.
Yeah, Michael Blackson. You know, it's sad though, Ricky. But let me tell you something though, with women, I said to you, y'all got to understand this. Everybody was raving Meg, and Meg is a beautiful woman, nice shape and all this other stuff. But men don't give a damn. They don't care, honey. Men will build you up just to knock you down, number one, and they will sit there and play with you. I mean, he didn't play with this woman and parade her around and stuff like that. They just never get enough, no matter how pretty you are, no matter how sexy you are, no matter how fine. Like Oprah said once, it's not that none of that matters.
Look at singing there.
Yeah.
It's the way the other woman makes him feel. And you done paraded this damn man all over social media, letting people know that he your man. I ain't letting no damn body know. If I'm dating somebody, you ain't gonna know who they are. Because when you start talking,
but there's more to it than that. She said he was having mood swings.
Well, he was having mood swings. Well, that means he had her when she first started with him. She should have left him, damn it, day one. I would have never stayed with him, honey, and stuff. I mean, that's just some dirty, low-down stuff, honey. I mean, poor Meg, but, honey, she'll move on. And then people going around talking about, well, she ain't won no rings. He the prize. No, sir. Nobody don't know who the hell he is. I know who he was until she started dating him.
You don't watch basketball. Sports. We knew who he was. Wait a minute,
y'all knew it, but damn it, the world know who Meg Thee Stallion is.
And
we know who she is.
You have a point.
The world know who he is. He's
no, we don't. If you get to the best,
how many championships they won, Rock? 4.
Okay, how many damn prizes and awards Meg Thee Stallion won and done things? A lot.
Meg has 36 million followers to his 16 million followers, and she also held a world tour.
I'm riding with Gary on this one.
Nah, so Ricky, sorry, we know
I'm
that.
Just saying, you just ain't gonna say that. Don't nobody know who he is. They like.
Well, he ain't that damn known. He's known now. She didn't put him on the map because I didn't know who he was. So, honey, I feel so bad for
Meg. Watch basketball.
Well, y'all need to follow her music then, honey. Because, honey, what's her songs?
Wow, Gary, are you
Savage.
serious?
She got take this guy off, man. It's enough, man.
That's what the women listening to right now, Arpain.
Yeah, but you know what, man? Listen, I think we give this shit too much energy, man, because the people who are listening to this guy is people that we really don't pay any mind to. You know, everybody knows that, you know, the whole dynamic of their relationship was that Megan was smitten with Klay Thompson. It was the best thing that ever happened to her. And she said that shit herself. And Klay, everybody thinks this guy never put any of his personal business out in the street. Now, like I said, the only thing I think he did was go a little overboard love bombing this chick. And I didn't think he didn't have to do that. He should have told her from the beginning, we ain't going to be monogamous, but we could hang out. You know, and she could have took that or left that, you know, but I think he, you know, the Thanksgiving dinner, the shit. Now, here's her problem, right? And I'm gonna land on this. Here's the real one of the problems I see with her is that she thinks she has this relationship with this man. She wants him to become monogamous. But the very first record she put out after they got together was that shit you showed us in the beginning. That's she's not willing to dress down as a wife, She's not willing to cut ties with the whole life or the whole bullshit. And that's most of the modern women. I want to be me, but you got to be my love bitch if you're my man. Right? And Clay said, he probably didn't say anything until the end. He said, listen, you know what? I don't think I could be monogamous with you. But we could still fuck. But if she would have came out with something other than showing her ass like that, she's telling him that I'm not wife material. That's what she's saying. And she and it's completely oblivious to her because she thinks that's okay for a guy to go down the aisle with his mother and everybody else to say, I do to this shit. And she probably just didn't realize it. No compromise on her side, but she wants him to be monogamous. And I'll just land it there.
All right, hey, let's call a spade here. Meg thought she had a sucker.
Come on.
She thought she had
Say that again.
She thought she had a sucker.
Yo, yeah, no doubt.
See, Meg saw this biracial kid, his mama white, daddy, I believe he's Bahamian or Barbadian.
Yeah, he's a West Indian black, yeah.
And so she saw an opportunity to say, and this is, by the way, this is the mentality of especially all women in America, but really in the black community.
Black community, yeah.
There's this pretty woman syndrome. That I can be the dirtiest, nastiest, just worst woman I could possibly be, and somebody with stature, somebody with a reputation is going to come and save me. Somebody is going to put me up, and I want to direct your attention to an adult star by the name of Tiana Trump. She was the same when she also said, oh, you can turn a hoe into a housewife. And we later found out, no, you can't. That's what we already knew, right? And so there's this thought process that I can go out here and I can do the most degenerate, debaucherous shit I want to do as a woman in my 20s and 30s. And a man who has worked his ass off to build his reputation is going to come in and swoop me up, and I'm going to be able to beat the odds. She thought she had a sucker.
Yes.
And what she didn't realize is they didn't call him one half of the Splash Brothers for nothing.
Nothing.
He is a sniper. And that's the part they didn't understand. If you had actually done your homework on Klay Thompson, you would have known this is what he does. This is how he moves throughout the league, and he has always been this. But we also have to understand that this is par for the course in this world. When you are dating athletes and entertainers, there's no such thing as a sure thing. When you date someone, you're just dating them. If it happens to go further than that, then good for you, lucky for you. But in most cases, it will fail. Glorilla, it will fail. In most cases, it will not go anywhere because it's seasonal dating and they don't quite understand that. But how are you going to take this, what we're seeing on the screen, how are you going to take that in to your mama and say, this is the woman I'm marrying?
Come on.
Your white mama at that, by the way.
What's up, fellas?
JT in the building. What's going on, my boy?
What's going on, man? What's poppin'? What's up, Trey? What's up?
What's on,
Our Pain. Yeah, man. Our Pain, you know what? We let you slide for years with that name.
What the fuck you saying now?
Richard. We let him slide. Hey, BMU, we let him slide. You know what his stripper name was? That's why he never wanted to tell us.
What was it?
Dick Payne.
Holy shit. Yo, so it's just crazy, man. I tell you what, man. I used to go to those meetings and shit, and guys would say, "Can I call you Dick?" I said, "That's the one fucking name you could never call me." All right, don't ever call me Dick.
How did we let that slide? All these years.
And don't you motherfuckers start that either.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, Payne. A little birdie told me they used to call you Third Leg Richie.
That might pass, but the other shit, no.
With the kickstand.
That's funny, man.
Oh shit!
What's up, fellas, man? What's up, man? Yeah. I'm glad y'all are looking at this at a different angle, talking about it at a different angle, man, because this shit right here, and you was out of pocket BMU for just showing that damn that
gay dude. Yeah, he gave us too much of the gay dude, man.
That was too much of him. And he old.
Yeah. He old as baseball for sure.
Yeah.
There ain't nothing more pathetic than an old gay dude, man.
Oh, sissy.
Oh, sissy. He the original sissy.
That's funny.
That's the original. But you know what I have a problem with? How even men look at this whole thing where you got my man Clay being labeled a cheater. When in fact, the only thing the man was saying, I guarantee it was in conversation with her because she wanted this man to lock her down. And he was saying that I can't be monogamous. That's the whole thing was about him saying, fuck this monogamy shit. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much he was like, you looking at Clay. I got bread. I got options. And you sat back and she sat back and marketed her pussy as wet pussy. I can't marry a woman like that. I had no business being with you. I had no business. Damn mama, daddy. The only thing I keep thinking about is that moment in the movie Life, Can't Get Right. When you had Martin Lawrence's character and they Can't Get Right was looking at that white lady and they was looking at his eyes and they was like, oh no, Can't Get Right. Not her. Not her Can't Get Right. That's basically what was happening to men be talking. And you know, in celebrity life, it's a small life. And think about all the niggas you had to pass with her for that year that y'all was kicking it. That hit that, all of those damn bodies. It's right in front of your face. And he probably got along with her or whatever. It probably wasn't even a personality problem. It was her reputation that actually preceded her. You know what I'm saying? And this man is looking like, I'm not, if I was going to do something monogamous, it's not going to be with you, baby. I'm sorry, it's not going to be with you. But he's been labeled as this guy that's out here cheating and all this. Think about what she did. She got mad at him. And instead of her giving him just a text message or talking to him, she put it for the world to see. On top of that, this woman is a habitual liar. And her lies have cost a lot of trauma in people's lives. You dig what I'm saying? Why would this man is actually doing his whole due diligence where he's like, yeah, I mean, like I'm like you, Trey. She all right with the looks, you know what I'm saying? She ain't number one just a stunner. Now, she has a body and all of that. She's an attractive woman or whatever, but that's not all that men look for, especially when we're talking about taking it past a year of us dating. Okay, it was all good and you know, with the celebrity thing or whatever, and people get a chance to talk, but this shit's starting to get serious now. And when she probably they was having the conversation, that man was just like, I don't know if I want to do this monogamy thing, and she got pissed off. At the end of the day, I'm not marrying you was basically what he was telling her. That you can get that out your mind, lady. That marriage shit, what you talking about? You can get that shit out your mind. Don't even put that in your lexicon. And she felt some kind of way, and now look where we at. That's it.
And I'm gonna say this, and then I'm gonna introduce Coco for the night. I'm gonna say this.
How you doing, Coco?
A lot of people are upset. They really are mad about this situation. I'm telling you, I saw some of my family members. They really, 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 really in their feelings. Because Megan, and they posted something. They have a meme. I don't know if y'all have seen it. It's a meme with a whole bunch of black men clapping and with their hands up cheering. And the top of the meme says, when a woman is heartbroken, or deleted, this is the reaction of our black men.
That's crazy.
And they got all the men on there cheering like this with their hands up like this. You know? And I said,
No. Yeah, we are cheering. You want to know why? Because she thought she had one.
Yeah.
That's why. We're not cheering at her heartbreak. Nobody's cheering heartbreak. We're cheering that her plan got ruined. We're cheering that the con that she was trying to pull, that we could all see it. Our pain. I think we was on a stream together when they first got together, and I said it right there. I was like, "This shit ain't gonna last."
You did.
It ain't gonna last because I understand what she stands for. Listen, whether men want to admit it or not, we love hoes. We can sit here and lie all day. We love hoes. We just don't want to marry them. And that's the part that they don't understand.
We shouldn't marry them.
We can compartmentalize and say, listen, she's just for fun. I'm having a good time. We're enjoying each other. But I am never going to walk down the aisle with this woman. We know that. What the problem is, and what I still find funny, and I'm going to shut up so Coco can talk. What I still find funny is in 2026, you can still pull this game. That's what's amazing. This is mind-blowing to me, Coco. I can still run this game on women, and they will still, but they've been falling for this. I was born in 1984. They've been falling for this shit ever since I can remember. Oh, baby, I'm gonna love you. Oh, you the best thing. Here, let me introduce you to my mama. My mama looking at me like, boy, what are you doing? Just be nice, mama. Just be nice to him. The parents are just as complicit because they know what time it is with their son.
Yeah.
My mama knew what time it was with me. Mm-hmm. But it's all yours, Coco.
Oh, Coco, before you go, Trey, I'm going to add on to what Trey just said. I remember one time, Trey, I walked in with one, right? I said, come on in. I walked in, my grandpa said, this is his exact reaction. He said, he just started laughing. And I said, Granddad, what's going on, man? He said, boy, you for real? And I said, yeah. I said, I love her. My granddad would say, let me tell you something, son. That's going to turn from sugar to shit real quick. He told me straight up right in front of her. And guess what, Trey? He was motherfucking right. Mm-hmm. It was trash.
Hey, Coco, real quick. I took a girl, I'll never forget, her name was Destiny. She was like 5 feet, ass like this, crazy. I took her to a cookout. I was like, oh, I got to get her. Took her to my family cookout. I swear to you, my grandmother looked me dead. I'm a grown man at this point. I'm a police officer, too. She looked me dead in my eyes. And she said, you ain't shit. Exact words. She knew what I was doing. She said, you ain't shit. Now get that girl some potato salad and get out my face.
I got a question because I really need to know. Do you ever get tired of being a bitch ass nigga?
Back to the streets with you.
Coco, you have the floor.
Yeah, I think with this whole Meg Klay Thompson thing is that what women don't know, and I see a lot of times on social media, these level up, these finesse, these like the men in Klay's position that can have any pick of anybody that he wants sees women a mile away. All men see women a mile away, where to place them, what they're gonna be. Like I was like, this isn't Klay with Megan. I'm like, okay. And then I remember Shaq said they're not gonna last a year. Like they're not gonna last until next season. I remember he was just kind of scoffed at it because they know. And women, I know why. Women, because unfortunately, most of us are not based in reality. Most of us live in the fantasy world. A lot of women who aspire to live that whore lifestyle that Megan champions in her music and in her display are saying, well, if she can get someone like Clay, maybe there's hope for me. Maybe I can do whatever I want to do, live the lifestyle that I want to live style. And when it comes time for me to settle down, I can find a good man who's going to be fine, tall, and provide for me. And unfortunately, that's not the case. Another thing about this whole, we don't know the details, but I doubt that he said it's just you and me. He may have, said like, oh yes, he's going to tell her what she wants to hear. Maybe not exclusivity, but not just Meg, a lot of women, I especially saw this in college, me being in a sorority, seeing all these fraternity guys, seeing all these basketball players, and the women, and there'll be a woman that they will, talk to and kind of, just entertain and spend a lot of time with, but they're not exclusive to that woman, nor did they promise exclusivity. But she, in her mind, will act like he will be the only one to her. And then when he entertains other people, she gets upset. And then he's like, you knew what this is, or you should have known what this is. And so the question, so they may have had conversations about marriage, but when even with my girlfriends, they're like, had a conversation, well, he says he wants to get married. I asked them, did he say he wanted to get married to you? Yes, a man eventually may want to get married. Does not mean he wants to get married to you. So you have to take the rose-covered lenses off your eyes and see it for what it is. If this man is talking about being direct, speaking specifically to you, yes, you're the one I want to marry. Yes, you're the one I want to have children with. Again, from his background, he's not going to marry anyone. Maybe these hood guys will, maybe these rappers will, but someone in Clay's position and the family background that he comes back with, like y'all said, it is what it is. They're like, people are like, oh, Thanksgiving, who? No, people bring anybody that they can, and the family knows what it is, and the family's not gonna, speak to, oh, it's wrong or whatever. But yeah. I think Meg, she fooled herself. And then even if that was the case, you're not going to get him back by blasting him.
No.
Men go through so much, and to be vulnerable to share, he had I live in the DFW area. It was a great season. I guess they didn't make the playoffs, whatever. That's a lot to go through when you're a professional athlete and you've had success. So now that you're blasting that he had mood swings, well, he's a human being. These men are not superheroes. They're not supermen. They are human beings. Men have feelings and emotions too. It's okay if they go through things and confide in you. So you just shown that whatever he was going through, you're going to not even just vent to your friends. You're going to vent to strangers on the internet.
Right.
You're sick. You're already sending out messaging to anyone who has sense that, nah, she's for play. And then when I get serious, I'm going to go to the women that I will choose from to be my wife and bear my children.
Yeah.
And Coco, I'm going to add to what
Can I ask Coco a question?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead, Trey.
As a woman, how is it that I, as a man, can still get away with running that silly ass game in 2026? How can I still, with all the information that women have, all the technology, all the social media, all the podcasts and the vlogs and everything, how is it that I can still run a love bombing scheme on a woman in 2026 and beyond? How does that still happen?
Because women don't value themselves and they seek validation from things that ultimately won't satisfy them. They seek, social media is a drug for women. Attention is a drug for women. So, as drugs, you just have to keep on consuming it, and eventually it will destroy you. And that's why, women don't want to hear the truth. Women want you to feed them lies. And then when they get caught up in the lie and it doesn't result as the thing that they want, that's when they're like, oh, but he lied. No. And this is the lie that I hate, that I hear women say all the time, you can never really know someone. That's not true. You people, think about the people that you know for 10 years. Do they generally just change all of a sudden? No, they are who they are. Their character who they represent. They are who they are from since you've met them. People don't just change. It's that you put a blinders on, or they just told you what you wanted to hear and you didn't pay attention to their actions. And that's a majority of women's problems. It's superficial. They don't have value in themselves in terms of morals and integrity when it comes to not even just men, friend selection, you know. So that's how they can easily be fooled, because you just tell me what I want to hear, and that's enough.
Man, and you know what? Let me ask you this, Coco, from a woman's perspective as well. Thank you for being here, by the way. In Megan's case or any other case, like, you know, her body count is public. Like, so you know for a fact, and shout out to DJ Hamp again. One of the things that he said was, we don't look at it like she had 15 boyfriends. We look at it like she has had sex with 15 men. Yeah. And even the men you don't know about. Like Blueface said, he used to have her throat all the way in his pelvis. Right. And so, like, even those situations, I'm like, God damn. So from your perspective of being a woman who is married and who has children, like, how many bodies is too many? Public or non-public, from a woman's perspective, if you can answer that.
Ooh, I mean, I'm not a man, but I will say this. I think even two, no, not two. I think 3 could be too many if the people that you're giving your body to, you're not in a committed relationship with. The number increases the damage, but the people that you're having these relationships with also increases it. I think, honestly, women, you should have no more than 5 boyfriends. You should be married by the 5th guy. Really, you should be married by the 3rd. Because what is let me take a step back, sorry. But that is what is messing us up. It's not even just the bodies, it's the intention of who you are sharing your body with. If you feel like, oh, I'm just going to have my whole face, to what end? To what point? Like, what is the purpose for that? And I think what messes up women in particular is they're not thinking of longevity. They're not thinking of going the distance. They're just thinking of the immediate now, and there's no consequence for my actions. And if you're in that mentality, even there's some women who don't have a lot of bodies and have that mentality, and they're messed up. Because if you don't have the mindset of, I need to be with a man and give him my youth and build with this person, then you're screwed.
Yeah. And when you say it increases the damage, what do you mean?
I think that women who sleep with, and not even just sleep with, even have relationships, like short-term relationships, because there's some women who view now, but I'm thinking back in the late 90s, early 2000s, there's some women who be like, if you're not my man, I'm not going to sleep with you. I'm just going to be, in a relationship. But if the relationship lasts for a year and you're just hopping from man to man, you're showing that you can't commit to someone. There's something within you that doesn't want to go through challenging times. There's something about you that is selfish, and it's just me in nature, because you're going to go up and down. There's no such thing as it's always going to work out. So when I say to your question about, it's not just the bodies, but it's also the relationship. If you see a lot of women who are in year or less relationships that can't go long term, they may not be a hoe, but that's still a red flag. They commit. It's like, there's variances, of course. I'm not going to say the one who's a serial monogamous is the same as the one who just lays it wide and spreads it. But I think the one who's a serial monogamous is a bit more dangerous, because there's at least with the one who says, look, I'm just here for a good time. You know what it is. That woman that's like, well, I don't share my body with everybody, and I'm only a relationship girl. but then in the relationship, she's making your life hell, you know, I think that's a more dangerous person. I think the most dangerous person is the woman that feigns Christianity or feigns God-fearing man, that she wants a God-fearing man, but really she just wants a sucker. She wants someone that she thinks that she can run over and do whatever she wants because he's God-fearing, not knowing that a God-fearing man is a man that you have to submit under his leadership, is a man that doesn't take crap, is a man that you got to go his way or hit the highway. That's what a lot of these women who profess that they want a God, whatever that means to them, really a God-fearing man means someone who worships them. That's what they mean. And it just, and I'm a believer or whatever, and I try to get grace, but like, if you're going to say if you're not a Christian, yeah, do whatever you want. But if you're going to say you're a Christian and then make a requirement saying that he needs to make 100,000, you're not a Christian by that requirement. Because Christ don't even have that requirement. So what are you talking about? Like, I just hear a lot of foolishness because, again, it's a virtual signaling to say, I want a man who's going to do whatever I want, not even knowing what the word says.
Yeah, it's it's that builder man type of thing with they saying that especially that God fearing if they and I agree with you, Coco, when you say that they want a God fearing, they don't want that. They don't want that. It's the same thing of them really talking about that they are Christian or they read that book or whatever. And by the time you start getting into the book and having a conversation with them, it's stuff they don't even want to put keep in the book. They want to treat it like a smorgasbord. You say, well, this is what it says in the book here, and you're doing the total opposite. What happens? No, I don't want that. You don't want a God-fearing man, because if you get a true God-fearing man, you ain't gonna be who you are then.
Those are the Christian feminists.
Ask a woman who says she wants a God-fearing man to say, what does the Bible say that a woman was created for?
Yep.
And then let me hear what their answer is to that.
You have women saying that the Bible has become problematic.
Yeah,
you just had a female bishop. You took it right out my mouth. Just said that the Bible has become problematic, and that whatever pages that were in the Bible that were problematic, to rip them out, take them out of the Bible, which goes directly against the end of Revelations. It's directly contradicting the end of Revelations. So
Trey, but you know what's crazy? When I'm Coco, I'm so glad you said that. Oh my God, thank you so much. Because they think that we say it all the time. That's what we think. But for you to be a married woman who wasn't throwing your thing wasn't throwing your body from the free throw line, I appreciate you being here to say this, to speak on behalf of good women who weren't out here stacking up bodies, but you have morals. And I want to say this: when you say you want a God-fearing man, biblically, like you said, ask them what you were created for. You were created to help the man. But when you get into those scriptures and you start reading those scriptures to these women, that's why the Bible becomes problematic, because then it says in the Bible, don't deprive your man of sex. Give your man sex. It says it is better to sleep on the roof of your house than inside the house with a quarrelsome and mean woman. It is better to be deserted in the desert than to be in a house with a woman who is terrible. Right? All these things you start reading them things. Woo! I don't want to read no more.
Exactly.
The Bible says that your body is no longer yours. It belongs to your husband, and his body belongs to his wife. So, see, when you start getting deep into this, it's like,
look, Trey.
I don't know about all that.
And guess what it contradicts? It contradicts the words that they're using now. My body, my choice. But you married.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
The Bible says your body, when you get married, your body does not no longer belong to you, but belongs to your husband. And then you say, my body, my choice, is a complete and direct conflict there. And that's what causes men to go out and cheat. That's what causes men, because the Bible says it. If you do not have sex, do not have it for a temporary time. And he said, unless you both agree not to have sex. He said, but soon after the agreement is over, come back quickly so your husband won't be tempted.
But not only is the Bible, her body not hers, black man, but it's the husband's, but it's the babies too. What do? They say I need to evict this baby right here. My body, my choice. You are not supposed to be in me. They don't even understand that body is the baby's too. That's the craziest part. So they treat the Bible like a Whopper. Take them pickles and them onions off. I mean, I want it my way. You know, take the. I don't want no cheese. You know what I'm saying? That's basically how they try to treat the Bible.
But a God-fearing man, that's not what you really want, because a God-fearing man gonna tell you, you're not wearing that, you're not gonna be drinking, you're not finna smoke nothing, you're not doing this, you're not doing that. What are you doing? He gonna be on a God-fearing man gonna be on your ass.
He gonna be Joe Jackson.
Hold you to a standard.
well, the standard is already written. It's in Proverbs.
Exactly.
And it's tough. It is tough. The Proverbs 31 woman, that is a hard standard to live up to. Yeah. I'll be honest with you. Even when I've read it several times, like, this is kind of tough for a woman. Like, geez. But it's not impossible.
Right. But
that's
you know
the thing.
The most important thing is the first line of Proverbs. What does it say? It's a virtuous woman who can find one. She's rare like rubies. That means every woman ain't gonna be Proverbs 31. So when you meet a woman and you get with a woman and she frowning up at you like she don't want to do nothing around the house, don't want to clean. I got into it, man. It was me. I told JT this on the phone the other day. It was me against 6 other women the other day on social media. Oh, they was coming, and I was breaking them down like math in 3rd grade. And they were talking about, I wish I would go be dating a man. I clean my house up, then go over his house, and I'd be damned if I wash a dish or do anything for a nigga. And all this, I'm like, whoa. I say, and all you niggas are unattractive, fat, sweaty, and ain't got no man. You bitches are single, all of you.
You know, I don't understand that. I really don't. Because think about it. 20 years ago, these same women would not have the nerve to even make the requirements that they're making.
Right.
Social media has really done a number job on several women. Even the attractive women are looking at, but see, this is what's messed about the sisterhood. The attractive women, the women that get the men that these women want, know, and they just be placating them like, girl. But no, you crazy. You think like we all looking at you like you crazy, and your life has shown you. Yeah, you don't have to take my word for it. Just look at someone's life and the results that they have. This I was, before I got in here, I was just looking at TikTok. There was this like a show. These TikTok shows are crazy, but over 50 dating, and this 62-year-old woman was like, I need someone on my level because all I attract are men who live with their mama and asking me for money. I said, well, like me, like, what are you, I don't get, like, what are you expecting? And then you have all these, shout out to me, I am Nigerian, but then you have all these West Africans coming talking about, I want to date you. Yes, they need a green heart. It's hard in Africa, baby.
They see it from a mile away, don't they?
Hey, Coco, I was going to say to your point, outside of maybe a sales job, what could you ever possibly do for a living in which you did not have to show competency or an ability prior to you being hired full time? And almost every job there is, or almost every thing that you do, you have to be able to show an ability to do it. Even if you wanted to teach, if I wanted to teach somebody the stock market, somebody's going to ask me, well, how do we know you know what you're talking about? You have to show us an ability and a capability to be able to do this. And I think it's quite interesting that we're dealing with a generation of women who believe they can do entry-level marriage. Well, I can start once I get hired. I can get started. Right. I can start being a wife. It's when I get hired. That's when. And what you realize, and I truly believe this, because every woman that I've ever dated cooked. Every woman that I've ever dated cleaned. What I truly believe is that when I hear these women say those things, I think that maybe they just don't know how to cook. And so there's a side of them that's sort of terrified, because this isn't an argument. I've never had to convince a woman to cook for me. I've never had to convince her to keep her house clean or to keep our house clean if we live together. This was just, it came with the woman, like power locks and power windows came on a car. It just came with her, right? The same way.
Because you attract those type of women, though, because that is not even attract. Those are the only women that you allow to enter your orbit. You're not going to allow anything else. And unfortunately, again, for women, the men do the choosing. You don't, or the selecting. You can accept his offer, but what a lot of women are, I don't listen to women. I see what they do. I see who they accept. And that tells you everything that you need to know about whatever blah blah blah. It's just crazy to me. Like I just listen. Oh, and in my mind I'm like, okay, why aren't you attracting the men that you want? And no one is able to give an answer, a real answer. I don't know. It's crazy.
I couldn't imagine getting a woman and being with a woman and say, I'll start taking you out on dates when I'm your husband.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's not gonna go. It's not gonna go well.
And then they misunderstand Proverbs, right? And then they say it all different types of ways because it's what he who finds a good woman finds a good thing. You're like, no, that's not what it says. And then they'd say it right. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. But they said, you do know what the word is, right? Finds a wife. She's already wife.
That's it.
He found the wife.
That's it.
But they think that now I'm a wife when you marry me. It's like, no. I didn't know. I just found a woman then. That's not what this is. But then it goes, they missed that whole other part. Who can find one?
Yeah.
And then they missed this part. She is as precious and as hard to find as what? A ruby.
Ruby. Yep.
Go look for a ruby right now. Just go outside and start looking for rubies. You know how hard that shit gonna be. Listen, you ain't gonna find it.
Yep. And
Let me ask you this question then.
Tommy B, before you go, I want to play this real quick. And then
What
you
up,
can go
Tommy?
What's up, Tommy? Watch this.
White girls who are sitting at their graduation engaged. And the question came up, well, why is there not the reality for black women? I know y'all not gonna like what I gotta say, but you know me, I'm gonna say it anyways. First and foremost, black women are above reproach. If it don't validate us or excuse our bad behavior, we don't want to hear it. Instead, we'll say, well, men do it too. Secondly, we'll find every excuse in the world to validate why we don't want to be married or why we don't want to be in a relationship. Well, they get cheated on. Well, they do this. Well, they do that. But then we have all these standards for men, and we're still actively seeking for men in the midst of our hurt while inadvertently telling them to go to therapy. We do not practice what we preach. Thirdly, the independent woman is a myth. Actually cared about being independent and it was something that made you happy, you would not have all these standards to negate your independence. Nobody wants to relinquish power. You'll find every excuse in the world to not be submissive and wonder why white women can get away with their bad behavior. We take everything bad from white women, except for the fact using marriage to our own benefit. But you'll run to the child support office, though. Equality against men, and the only time we actually want to be equal to men is when it comes to degenerate behavior, hypersexuality, abusing or abandoning children. Even when it comes to the gold digger conversation, what you don't see those other women do, even when they are just screwing men for money, is bashing men and inadvertently making men feel like they're not important. Also, too, telling them that they don't need men. Psychologically, we have been taught to disassociate ourselves, and even in that Malcolm X quote where he says the black woman is the most disrespected, he also says to be near your man, because who taught you to hate the very race that you're supposed to be with? One of a group of white.
All right, Tommy, what's up, man?
What's up with y'all?
What's up with you? What you got for us tonight, my boy?
So, first I'm gonna ask, I'm sure you had a show when they first hooked up, right?
I did.
Okay, so what was the overall sentiment then? I'm pretty sure it's what, like he's a simp or?
Nope, I said that shit ain't gonna last.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I said.
Because I had to explain to people how it was going to go. Because I know Clay's track record. You know, I'm a Warriors fan, so I kind of know how he get down. He got a roster going on. I think what happened with her was, and this is why I have a little bit of empathy for her, and it's only because we normally get on them when they get the obvious, when they get what we call the pookies. Clay ain't no pookie. You know what I'm saying? So that's the prototype that we look at. And then when the women deal with them and, the Offset and Cardis. you know, that type of situation. So I think on the women's point of view is, damn, she went and got one that was supposed to be a good one, which most people looked at Clay as that. Like I said, I know behind the scenes how Clay get down. The only thing Clay loyal to is his dog Rocco. Straight up, he fuck him, feed him, and leave him. But the overall sentiment, especially because of his relation with Steph, is that he's a good boy, he's a nice guy, yada yada yada. And I think she thought that she was giving a nice guy a try and got the same results as dealing with a Pookie. But what I was gonna ask is, so JT, you recited that verse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it kind of messed me up when you recited that verse. You said it's rare as a ruby, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why me and you black men been on here for 6 years wondering why it ain't that many wives out here when the Bible literally tells you how fucking rare it is?
Yeah.
Because I've been for 6 years telling people it should be rare because anything in life that's worth finding that's good is rare. But for 6 years, we got niggas on the internet crying about how most of these women are that. If the Bible is telling you it's as rare as a ruby, this is how it's supposed to go. This is how it's always went. But what happens is because people wanted to go a certain way, we lie and romanticize the past and act like it was so much better in the past when we all can point in examples and say, hell, the Bible had holes in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it was just kind of interesting hearing you recite that verse. And I'm like, damn, we've been on here for 6 years. And for 6 years, niggas been complaining about how hard it is to find a wife. And the fucking Bible literally tells you it's hard to find a wife.
I don't know if you remember what I said this is a while ago, Tommy, and I was just coming on the scene, and I said we mess around and people is trying to do things on their own without reading the instructions. That was one of the things I was saying as far as the instructions when it comes down to it. It is absolutely where it comes down to the point where, don't complain about it, my nigga. You gotta go out there and start picking and start being better and being wise, because that woman is not she's not easy to come around. You can get a whole bunch of hoes are plentiful. Even girlfriends, you can get a whole bunch of girlfriends, but there's always an end to that relationship. And the craziest part is that they will make it the end of that relationship, right? That's one of the things I also said too. You keep following these women, they're gonna lead you to the end of your relationship. And that's what a lot of dudes experience, being led to the end of their relationship. What pissed off Megan was because she could not lead that dude to the end of their relationship. He said, hey, listen, that monogamy bullshit you talking about right there, I ain't messing. So he was the one that was already saying, no, that ain't what's going to happen. And he wasn't following her. And she didn't like that he interrupted her program. And now she tried to put the man on blast. That's just how it is. That's just it. What up, Poppy?
Poppy, what's going on, man?
What's good, family? Black man, how you doing, family? Tommy, my guy, what's good, G?
What's going on, man?
Good to see you, my boy.
Say that one more time, sir.
I said, good to see you, my boy.
Yeah, man, you don't go live no more, man. You're getting rich over there.
No, man. If I had your hands, I'd throw mine in the trash. Go ahead.
Yeah, let me hold something. Let me hold something, man.
Hey, you over there hitting Megan right now? You hitting Megan Thee Stallion right now?
Hey, and I gotta wait until she heals. I gotta wait till she heals. But yo, listen, man. I actually, my man Fatty reacted to this about like 6 months ago when they first got it together. 6 or 8 months ago, something like that, right? He did a show. And I say, like, bro, this is a PR relationship, bro. Back then, about 8 months ago, like around August, something like that, right?
Yep.
And people will say, like, nigga, you know what you're talking about? Like, bro, you got all the indications of a PR of a public relationship stunt. You know why? Because she was trying too hard. Those two motherfuckers don't even belong with each other. Clay is a clean cut kind of nigga. You understand what I'm saying? You never heard. The only time you heard Klay Thompson talk is on Game 6 on the play. That's why they call him Game 6 Clay, bro. That man is a monster, right? He's a snow bunny slayer. You know what I mean? He liked to pipe down snow bunnies, man, right? And bro, and the thing is that this relationship was put together to claim that girl Megan Thee Stallion image, bro. Simple as that, bro. Every time that homegirl sit down, bro, the only thing they're gonna ask her is about Tory Lanez, how she backstabbed her best friend by going behind her back, about she cheating on the what's that little the Ghost Rider guy, Party Son. That was the boyfriend at the time. You see what I'm saying? That was the only question that was gonna ask her every time she was gonna do an interview somewhere, whatever hell she went, right? What's the lady name that hang out that is friend with Oprah?
Gail King.
Yeah, that was horrible right there, man. So this was nothing but to clean her image, right? And she throwing, and Clay's the perfect guy. Clay doesn't have a online pressing. Clay's not gonna get with it back and forward. I wouldn't be surprised Clay Thompson got a check from this.
I don't think.
And the reason why, hold on, and the reason why is because you just got to look at the trajectory of the whole relationship, right? First, they went to this famous restaurant right there in New York. They got good food, by the way. Carbone, right? Paparazzi, so the paparazzi can see them, right? Then she posted how she bought this guy a $300,000 AP watch, right? Like she was, and then she like the whole cooking thing. She cooking for Thanksgiving for the family, and she cooking for this guy like a couple other times. That's the perfect way for her to present herself as this good, clean, wifeable girl. You know what I mean? And bro, and she kind of like blasted this guy. It's kind of go along with her brand, because you know what's gonna happen next. You know what Cardi B did? Like last week was her last day for her tour. You know how many cities Cardi B sold out? 35 cities. You know how much money she brought in? $35 million. I mean, I'm lying. Over $70 million. You see what I'm saying? Megan Thee Stallion music do not produce money. Like most women rappers, they don't turn a profit. They don't turn a profit at all, right? That's why they get on the 360, because they can make money of other shit. By her being with Clay, she got a big old commercial deal. I think it's like a little training company, something like that, right? Equipment company, commercial, right? That's $1 million
She's on
commercial
Broadway
right there.
now too, though. She's on Broadway.
There you go. That's the play. Watch this. In the next month or two, they're gonna announce some sort of tour so she can bring in some money, because the money is not in the music no more. The money is in the concerts, in the live concerts and shit like that. So I can hit you across the head for $200 a pop, because nobody's buying music no more.
And I will say this, Poppy, real quick, as well. And I had this argument, and Coco, you can jump in right after me. Jedi Mike, listen, before I go any further, because as Black men need to support other Black men as well, I want to say to you, Jedi, I follow you in everything that you do, brother. And I see that the first thing I saw that I was jealous of, that you were hugging Halle Berry. Okay, first of all, that pissed me off. Okay,
get out of here.
The second thing, he got a picture of him hugged up with Halle Berry, brother.
You got to bring him down immediately.
Yeah. And so, and then I saw you with Halle Berry. Then I saw you with all the Marvel people. I saw you with all these actors, all these different celebrities. I'll say, my boy Jedi, so I just want you to know that I'm very proud of you, bro. I'm so proud of you.
You also
man.
see that happy weight too, Black man. That boy getting fed over there. I see that, Jedi.
Because I remember, watch this, Tommy B. I remember a time when there was a young lady on my show, on my channel, and he met this young lady, and then they end up having a conversation. Then that conversation turned into relationship returned into marriage. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna say nothing. I just know that he got the happy weight on him. He around the celebrities every day. So I'm so proud of you, bro. I want you to know that, man. I'm really proud of you, bro.
I appreciate it, man. I get to see y'all, man.
Is he gonna his first on BMU?
So I'm gonna say this real quick, Coco. I was the girls that I was arguing, going back and forth with yesterday about this crap. I think Tommy B probably saw some of the Facebook stuff I was going through the other day too. But they were saying, she make more money than him, and she went on a world tour and blah blah blah. And so I looked it up and I screenshot it and I put it in the chat. She did a world tour. Her world tour made $30 million. Listen to me, 30. And I told them, y'all better stop talking before I put Taylor Swift up here on you asses. And they talking about Taylor Swift ain't nothing. She ain't got no body. She ain't got what Megan got. I said, you absolutely right.
Jesus
she look like
Christ.
a 16-year-old girl that need her ID to get in the club, but her world tour made $2.3 billion.
Billions with a B.
$2.3 billion, and she ain't got no ass, no titties. She ain't twerking. She ain't rolling on the floor, and she made $2.3 billion and went on the same world tour that Beyonce went on. Beyonce made $500 million, and Megan Thee Stallion made 30. So
Hold
that's
on, black man.
I don't understand.
Clay contract was over 30 mil a year.
Who?
What we talking? Clay. His contract was over 30 M's a year.
Come on.
To remind you, he cashed in 43 million last year, bro. Actually, he on the last contract right now, 3 million, 50 years. I mean, three years, 50 million. Sorry.
Well, let me get Coco in here real quick. Coco, go ahead, and then we'll get Jedi.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Coco.
I don't think I think that Clay, because even some of these basketball players, again, you see that the women that they're associating with, they're trying to signal something out there, whether it's I want to show y'all that this is someone I can get to, or I want a certain type of women to perceive me, some type of whatever his reasoning is. But I think for Meg, I think she really was heartbroken because again, I'm from Houston, she's from Houston. She and the side from Houston that she is, I think Sunny Side or South Side, whatever it is, it's the hood. And again, her father passed away, her mother passed away. She for women like that, and I went to University of Houston, which was in Third Ward. So you have people all over, come from Dallas, all over Texas, all over the US that come to U of H. And again, Third Ward is there and TSU is across the street. And you see we're not a monolith in terms of Black people, but you see Black people who grew up middle class, that had a little bit of money, that came from the projects. And when they come amongst other Black people that are not hood Black people, it's like, oh, they have to adjust or they're not going to be able to hang. It's just, and then they see that, oh, I don't always have to be on the defense. Oh, like they're really cool, or they can really just have conversations and go back and forth. And I think when she saw him and his family, yes, the mother's white, but when he saw the relationship that his family had and that family dynamic is not chaos, it's not craziness. She wants that. I'm gonna tell you, these hood girls who have a taste of that, unless they do something completely crazy, they want that, but either their mindset is not ready to prepare them for that, to make the adjustments necessary to live in the lifestyle. And I think she really thought like, oh my goodness, I want family. I know she wants family. There's not a woman who doesn't have any siblings or close family who doesn't. Like single children really do want, either from friends or extensive family, they want family. I believe that she was putting all her eggs in Clay's basket because I think secretly inside she knows she's not going to get better. There is no one better for her than Clay at that level.
No, Poppy, that's why I said what I said, because see, like Clay is like, Clay got the track record of a Future. He's not as messy as Future. Clay presents himself really, really well. And so from the outside looking in, again, he looks like the good guy. I literally had to that's why I asked Black Man about his show, because I had to explain. It was a lot of dudes out there thinking that he was simping. And I was like, y'all don't know Trey's track record. Trey's color perception is a very nice guy. He doesn't have a perception of like a Future or something like that. So most women are going to deal with him unless they specifically know about his track record or something like that. That's how they're going into that. It's very easy for us to punch on Sierra because, like, you dealt with Future. What'd you expect? But when it comes to Clay, like I said, unless you, and I guess this would be kind of her fault. Maybe she should have did her research or whatever. Because I agree with you partially too, Poppy, that this was also publicity as well. But I think she really thought she found her a good guy. And even if it was a publicity thing, it could turn into something. Because again, I'm not dealing with the poster child of dysfunction or whatever. I'm not dealing with a Future. I'm not dealing with like these rap dudes. I'm dealing with a good guy. And she found out. And I'm gonna keep it solid with you because we done heard this too, black men, in these last 6 years from these women. We all act like these good guys ain't dogs either. It's a lot of these good guys. And listen,
Yeah,
I
but the
use that
thing
shit to my
is,
advantage all the time. I use being raised by two parents all the time. I'm telling you, that shit works.
hey,
Oh yeah,
hey,
baby, I was
Tommy, but
raised
the
by two
thing is,
parents.
You're right. You right.
Hey, hold on, Poppy, before you go. Let's get Jedi in here. Jedi, what are your thoughts, man?
oh, my bad, my bad.
Hey, y'all, how you doing? Good to see you guys again.
You too, brother.
Yeah. First of all, I actually feel bad for her. I really do. Because as sentiment was spoken earlier, that she was moving differently, in terms of with Clay, in terms again, what you want to call it for, popularity in terms of sharing on social media or anything like that. That is you start to see there's a period for women when they realize, listen, and in Meg's case, I've been, screwed over. I've been shot at. I've been do all over things. And how low can you go? Like at this point, and at this point, what you see here now is now a humiliation after everything she went through. And I feel bad for her, but at the same time, even though she did go out and post this on social media and too, this is definitely getting to a, can quickly turn to someone have a vengeful, heart, and then just kind of go on this other era of attitude and everything when she could just, keep it moving, but making sure her heart posture is correct. Because again, I understand it's hurt, and yeah, especially when you bring family members involved and meeting the moms, the dads, and the uncles and cousins, also like that at the holidays and stuff like that. It just like it does add another emotional weight to it. But as we mentioned before about the comment about he who finds a wife finds a good thing. Again, my wife prepared herself for me, right? And before I even, pursued and say, hey, now we're pursuing courtship and everything. She got herself right before we even actually, move things along. And I think, even after the situation, Meg still has a lot of work to do internally. Even things privately that we do not see on social media, but I do pray for her. Again, I think a lot of women have this, intuition in themselves when they like, hey, I messed up and I'm in a point in my life where it's like, hey, I can't, go back to ground zero all over again. So I need to get my stuff right together because time is running out or something going on. And I can't give this emotional sweat equity because now this taking a toll on me, my body, mentally and spiritually. So, but yeah, I hope she can come out of this in a positive way. But in terms of with Clay's image, yeah, I mean, as you were talking about, quote unquote, people are perceived as a nice guy. Even when it comes with association too with Steph, it doesn't matter. That's just there. Man has to stand on his own. I can, as much as we can say the power influence and people who are around, but at the end of the day, it matters about what you are in terms of the morals and foundation that you have in your character. No one else should have that power influence over you. Be like, well, he's a good man, so I should act right. Yeah, we can hope so, but at the end of the day, it's up to you and God. You know, and I know I saw some social things on social media of like people messaging who the actual woman is. I haven't really gone into that and all that foolishness, but yeah, I hope Megan come out of this.
Hey, yeah, let me say something because I haven't really said anything for a while. Listen, I don't feel sorry for Megan Thee Stallion one bit, not one bit. Listen, I mean, listen, she found somebody and she fumbled it. Listen, I think the worst thing a woman could do to a man is blow all his shit out in social media. And I saw her whatever manifesto of how he was, introduced her to her family. Was being nice. It was Thanksgiving. Hey, I invite your ass over. She cooked. That's great. But to say when they had a conversation, and he said, I don't want to be monogamous, to me, that's him being absolutely honest with her. And when she found out he wasn't going to be her lapdog, she got mad and she blasted his ass on fucking social media, man. Fuck her, man. I tell you what, men sit back here and we're getting our ass kicked by women on every goddamn level, man. He was going to be the best thing that ever happened to her. And she expected him to just carry her off on the sunset with her track record. And he might have. Because you know what she could have done? She said, listen, you know, as long as you're discreet with your shit, maybe we could continue. You know, I know that I'm one of the top flight guys. Who the fuck do you think I am that I could tell you to stop banging out other chicks? She got a track record of banging out anybody she wanted to, but Klay Thompson got to be her fucking butt boy. She's still making naked pictures and naked ratchet ass shit on the stage, asshole in the air, dressing like a whore and all of that stuff. But he's supposed to take that and then wife her up? Get the fuck out of here, man. Why we got men have to do all this fucking shit for these chicks? Why? You know, why? You want to be my wife? You got to act right. You ain't no Proverbs woman, nowhere near. I don't even think you're in. Maybe you're more like what Mary Magdalene when she was in her old days. You know, so I'm just saying, man, stop. Why? You know, Klay is gonna come out of this thing because you know he might have. The only thing he might have did was love bomb her a little bit, you know, and I'll give you that because she was so out there. Never had a man who could look at her like a potential woman for more than what she really is. And he did that to her. So he got to take a little hit for that. But for everything else, her blasting him on social media is a complete outrage. If I'm a guy of high means, I would even think about marrying that chick. Never. Yeah. That's a no-no. You know, how come all the other chicks that Klay Thompson fucked around with didn't blast him on social media if he was such a dog?
Well, to be honest with you, I think a big reason why is because they usually wasn't on social media the way them two were. Like that's the first time Klay Johnson been out. That's the first time Klay Thompson been out there with any chick he didn't deal with.
Yeah, and that's why he tells me right there, Tommy, yo, this is a play. You know what I mean? He's the perfect guy to run that kind of play.
So he's supposed she's supposed to say, hey, Mom, you know what? We're gonna play this video without a wedding. We're gonna play this goddamn video without a wedding.
But to be fair, right? I know plenty of guys that introduce whatever bro they're messing with to their mom and dad. I know those kind of guys. I don't do it because that's something special, man, for me, right? But it's plenty, my homies do that shit all the time. Whatever, bro, he probably met her Wednesday, pipe her down on Sunday. He taking it to me, mom, and daddy on Sunday. Like, I'm like, my mama cooking. Let's go over there real quick.
Man, I don't mind him taking her to his wife. I don't mind him taking her to his mother. I don't think that's a problem either. What I'm trying to say is when the cameras are off, they had a conversation with him. And he said, listen, I like the girl. He could probably even like her. You know? I mean, it's not like he doesn't like her. He just said, hey, listen, I'm spending $4 million on this chick. I saw that written somewhere. I don't know if it's true. Buy her a Maybach and all this kind of stuff. So he didn't mind tricking on her, naming the boat after her and stuff. But bring it down the aisle and make her your wife, you know, and she still got all this hood shit still in her. It's crazy.
But the thing is, hanging out with hoes is fun, yo.
Yeah, I'm not marrying them. It's not fun.
Hey, the thing, and the reason why hoes are fun is because they're being out there so much that they actually grow a personality, right? They funny and everything. The problem with hoes is that they cannot stand still. That's the problem with hoes. A hoe be with you she gonna hang out with you for 6 months, and don't get it twisted. Hoes go hard too, right? And that's when it started coming. Hey, what are we? We've been fucking for 6 months, man. I'm like, all right, man, you are you and me is me. That's what we are.
We got Tyrus in the build. We got Tyrus in the building with the $10 super chat, man. I appreciate you, brother. He said, shout out to BMU and the panel. Hey, listen, we got 1 minute left in the show, guys, because you know I got to get up at 4 a.m. I got to go to work. Anyway, yeah, Doc. And so I appreciate you being here, Coco. Please don't let this be your last time. I would love to have you on here. I love your perspective and you give it so honest and so pure. So we love having you here. To my brother JT, R Payne, Tommy B, who've been rolling with me since come on, man. And Poppy Blanco, man, thank you so much for being here as well, man. I appreciate everybody that came in, everybody that's watching tonight. If you just coming in, hit the like button, subscribe button, go back and watch this from the beginning. It was a really, really good show. And until next time, man, we up out of here. I love each and every one of y'all.
Take it easy, everybody. All right.
Take care.
Yeah.